All right. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Okay. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, everybody coming into the room. All right. I got something I want to play for y'all. You know, when the Most High said we are in the four corners of the world, it is really true. I'm going to play something for you. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. All right. Those are the Israelites from Papua New Guinea. You know, it's good when we can spot our people from different locations in the world. I wanted y'all to see that. Okay. Yeah, they're in Papua New Guinea. You know, we really are everywhere on this earth. Now, some of you might be familiar with what they sung. That was Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 and 5 is the Shema. That's the daily prayer that our people did every day. You remember, we are one. The Most High and his people, we are one. That's really nice to see something like that. All right. We got some events that we're going to talk about. I think this year has been mind blowing. It really has. It's almost like the Most High is ramping up on everything now. And I can see it. I think by now, everybody on this planet can see what's going on. America is under some serious judgment. Hurricane Michael slammed into the panhandle at 155 miles an hour. They said the beach side towns are damn near completely wiped out. It wiped out towns. Let me take it a step further. Let me show you this article. This Michael. Let's see. Is it this one? No. Okay, let me just go back to, because I want you to see just what Michael did. Michael. When Michael hit Florida, it tore up 200 miles of land. Did you hear what I said? Michael tore up 200 miles of land. Can you just imagine that? One storm took out 200 miles of land. One storm did that. No one can do that but the Most High. No one. 200 miles over land. It wiped out. I mean, when you look at some of the new photos that are coming out, some of those places, all you can see is the foundation where the house was. And this same thing happened here in New Jersey. When that hurricane, all those beachfront houses that were there, they just go out to sea. They get washed out to sea. That's why you don't see any remnants of them on the land anymore. All that stuff is in the ocean now. All them homes are in the ocean now. But it's mind-blowing, some of the information that's coming out. Now, when I woke up this morning, they said there were 2 dead. There now it's up to 6 people dead, but it's going to go up because a lot of people chose to stay, and they didn't realize as soon as Michael came and made landfall, those walls were going to close in on their behinds, the ones that didn't get out. So it's going to probably be a much higher death toll when they start going, through the neighborhood and checking things out. So, I mean, this is deep. This is beyond deep. Yeah, I hope so too. There are Black people that live in the Panhandle. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I saw some in the photographs. Yeah, it was Panama City, and Mexico Beach took the hardest hit. They said Mexico Beach is almost damn near wiped out. And so is Panama City. And a lot of the structures that are standing, they're not in good shape. It blew out the windows of the homes, ripped doors off. So even the structures that are standing, they took a lot of damage. I mean, it's so much damage in the Panhandle. It's going to take them years to get that place up to where it was before. It will take years, might even take close to a decade. You are not going to fix that overnight. 200 miles over land. It says the US mainland carved a path of destruction for roughly 200 miles from the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico before it topped sustained speeds. So it jacked the panhandle up. And when it finally moved into Georgia, the wind speeds were still at 74 miles an hour. So, yeah, it did go down, but 74, that's still pretty strong. So when it headed into Georgia, it headed in at 74 miles an hour. And it's going to go right over the Carolinas. And, they are already crying down there because they don't want to see no more rain. But you got this massive amount of rain that's going to hit them. I mean, it's a shame because the water is still not receding in the Carolinas. Those houses are still underwater for damn near 3 weeks now. Oh, well, I don't know how she says that. That storm was real. That evident, all that debris on the ground, there's your proof. Yeah, so I mean, everybody thought Florence was bad. Florence was a little baby now compared to Michael. Michael came in like a giant. Wow. And we saw the ones last year. It's like every one that hits the US mainland is just kicking. It's kicking behind here, y'all. Up to 7 dead. Okay. Yeah, it keeps going up. Well, healthy is as healthy does. I don't know why they're saying that. All the evidence is showing that a hurricane really went through there. Not to mention, there are homes literally missing from around the beachfront area. Those homes are gone. All you see is the foundation where the home used to be. And the thing is, y'all, they said those homes had special roofs on them and they were supposed to be able to sustain a hurricane. All those roofs got ripped off. All of them did. But yeah, I hope everybody down there is okay. But I don't think this is going to look good, y'all. You got to think about everything these folks got to go through. Number one, they have no choice but to relocate. Their homes are gone. They're going to have to relocate. So we may end up seeing another big migration, just like we saw one out of Louisiana back during the time of Hurricane Katrina. I mean, all of those people are, they can't be there if they don't have a home. So they're going to have to be relocated. Oh, absolutely. Yes, it is definitely prophecy. Absolutely. Shabbat shalom. Oh, I'm saying Shabbat shalom. Shalom, y'all. It's not Shabbat shalom. Not yet. Absolutely. It is his judgment. I agree, KD. It is his judgment. And man is one hell of a I just can't believe what I'm looking at. Do you realize we had that blood moon several months ago? And here we are today looking at some of the most catastrophic things that we might have seen in our lifetime. Oh yeah, they're crying. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're crying. You can best believe it. Oh, yeah. The reason why it was able to remain strong is because the ocean is so warm right now. And as long as the ocean is warm, it fuels the hurricane. So, when it goes into Florida, it's going to slam at full speed. It's got all that warm water. Yeah, Brenda, you got that right. They better start repenting. Woo, they should have repented before the storm hit because that monster went in there like, woo, man. It just go to show you one weather event, it can change everything overnight. It can change everything in an instant. You lose everything. You have no home, you have no car. you you are literally without nothing now. And you have to start all over again. Oh, I know. I know. It's going to get, yeah, it's going to get bad here. It's going to get worse. Absolutely. You know, the only thing we can do is just focus on what's to come. This is an indicator that we should no longer worry about this world. We should not be concerned about this world. Let it go. Oh yeah, the storms, the wildfires. You got Kilauea in Hawaii. That thing is still going. They said that thing is still spilling lava. It never stopped. And then you had Florence. Oh yeah, the US is going to get far worse than this. I tell you, we all got to get on the right side. You don't want their judgment. Unfortunately, many of our people that won't let this world go, they are going to face the same judgment that Edom is going to face because they will not let go. I am absolutely not playing. I even did a prayer last night telling the Most High, if you sent your angel right now, I'm going. Okay, I'm not even, it is a no brainer for me. I'm going. And there is nothing on this planet that I want. Let it go. And I seriously mean that. Yeah. You know what? They're going to be in for something. They're still walking around all naive, believing that this world is going to continue. It's not. It's not. I mean, we are seeing so many things. Indonesia had an earthquake and a tsunami. They had an earthquake, and they're still saying nearly 100,000 people are missing. They're more likely gone. And Papua New Guinea, and that's another reason why I played that Shema from the Israelites in Papua New Guinea. They just had a devastating earthquake in Papua New Guinea, 7 on the Richter scale. 7. I mean, that is devastating. You saw Haiti, right? Y'all saw that earthquake in Haiti. That was a 5.8. That was 5.8, and you saw how it just tore things down at a 5.8 magnitude. This was at a 7. Yep. This was at a 7. And you thought Hurricane Michael was devastating. Look at these look at these pictures right here after the earthquake. Hopefully you can see those. Let me zoom in some. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can get a good. This is after their earthquake. They're saying it's a 7.5 magnitude. I believe 8 is the highest. 8 is the highest. So they were really not that far. So they're saying they're estimating 2,000 people were killed. 2,000 people. You know, and this just go to show you, it really don't take much for the Most High to wipe people out if he really want them gone. Don't take much for him to do it. You know? But I'm happy. I'm happy that we got to get right with the Most High. That's the main thing. You know? And we can't allow ourselves to slip and fall at this stage of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We can't. You know, it's too much division on YouTube right now, and we don't need to get involved in that because all of these weather events, ladies and gentlemen, are showing you we got bigger fish to fry than to worry about some pettiness that's going on. So we're going to have to let those things go. Oh, 9 is the highest? Okay. We got to let those things go. You know, this is the time to repent and get yourself right. You know, it's just, I don't care who Phil is with. That doesn't impact me one way or another. But what does impact me is keeping myself on track with the Most High. There is nothing going on YouTube that should be more important than that. Yeah, you know, so I still get the emails from people, but I don't even respond. I just ignore it. My focus is on the Most High. Yeah, I know, KD, and I do appreciate that. You're a real true Israelite brother. Yeah, we got to let it go. We have no choice. You know, all of these are indicators that this world is going to come to an end. The Most High is showing you each and every day. He's showing all of us. You know, he sent a monster over Florida that wiped out 200 miles. What does that tell you? Okay, that should say a lot. You know, all the people that want to enjoy this world, let them enjoy it. Let them do that. I don't care what they do at this point. I really seriously, I don't care. Right, Brenda. Thank you, Hebrew Lion. That's all it is. It's a bunch of distractions. And we can't allow ourselves to get caught up in those distractions. You know, the bottom line is if Phil is wrong, the Most High will deal with him. It is not up to us to put judgment on him because the Most High already said he will do that. So it is nothing for us to be concerned about. Not anymore. That's in the hands of the Most High. Oh, Tara, I know. You know, it's been pretty vicious on YouTube, but I don't want you to focus on that. What I want you to focus on is the Most High. Our Heavenly Father, right now, He is showing all of us He's fighting for us. He's fighting for us. especially when you see things like that. That panhandle was very racist there. My uncle lives in Florida, and he told me he don't even go in that area. He said it's really racist up in that panhandle, and you see what happened. Okay, that was one hell of a judgment, wasn't it? Right, Brenda. And that's what our people that got mad and started ranting all on videos and stuff. We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. If we got an issue with an Israelite, we take it up with them, and you rest it in the hands of the Most High. It's his judgment anyway. So I don't know why our people are getting so upset over this situation. It is not for you to judge. It's for the Most High to judge, and he will judge all of us. And one thing he don't like is a rogue Hebrew. You don't want to be a rogue Hebrew. That is not what you want to be. Yeah, yeah. You know what? They're being wiped out right now. That two-thirds, this is showing us right there. The two-thirds are being wiped out right now, y'all. They are being wiped out right now. You know, no, we don't have any time to waste, not anymore. Now, I got one little kind of petty, but it's at the same time funny. But here's another one on Michael. Michael brings flooding to North Carolina. You know, what y'all going to see, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a lot of these people relocating all over the country because they are not going to be able to bring those areas back. And if they may not bring it back at all. You remember when Katrina wiped out all of those homes and everything in New Orleans? They never really brought that back. They never really rebuilt and brought that area back from Katrina. If America really fixed a lot of these places, they'll go broke. So they'll be much rather say, we'll just let it go and assist you in getting a place somewhere else. Oh, yeah. You know why, Katie? Because that is the place where slavery began, is down there in the South. Georgia is the first state in the South of slavery that legalized it. They were the first state to legalize in the South slavery. So, yes, the South, there is nothing you can do for the South. They had us in bondage there. So now they are taking a hell of a beating now. Yeah, yeah. I remember Hurricane Andrew. In fact, my relatives were impacted by that one. They were impacted by that one. They went, I think, like 2 months with no electricity. It was crazy down there. I remember when that hit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My aunt still talks about Andrew too. Yeah, I remember when that hit. That was a mess. And I remember seeing it all on TV, and man, that tore Florida up. Yeah. You were 10? Yeah. That was a devastating that was another one that was really bad on Florida. Yeah, but a lot of people never went back. I knew a lot of people that never went back to New Orleans. They said they didn't want to go back. Yeah, but look at all the people that's going to have to be relocated now. That this is unbelievable. And Trump was all upset about the Puerto Ricans. Remember, they had to leave the island because of Irma and Maria. And many of them came to mainland America. Just think about that. One LBZ, my biracial sister. I am not biracial, okay? But yeah, I mean, all of the Puerto Ricans had to relocate off of that island. Not all of them, but a big portion of them left the island and went into Florida. Yeah, well, Katie, that's what they're telling me. The people that are mad at me because I won't cuss Phil out, they're mad because I won't cuss Phil out. So they're calling me biracial, which I don't care. I'm not biracial. Yeah. So let's see. So it's going to bring more flooding to North Carolina. Look, one storm devastating four states: Florida, Georgia, and North and South Carolina. One storm. Oh, I'm not going to prove anything to them. It is what it is. And it's laughable too because they think they know me. Even when I was on Phil's interview, when he was interviewing me, somebody came on there and said, "Why do you have a weave on?" They looked at my picture. I don't have a weave on, y'all. That's my real hair. Okay. We got to stop acting brand new. Number one, long hair on Black women is nothing new. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's nothing new. It's nothing new, y'all. Okay. It is nothing new. I saw Black girls with long hair when I was little, and I have ran into women, Black women with their natural long hair. It is nothing new. I'm one of many. That's how I see it. Oh, they said you were Asian. Okay, well, man, you look far from Asian. I don't know about that. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta let go of all that childish nonsense. I don't have time for that. And plus that's not how I deal with my problems. If I have an issue with somebody, I'm not gonna jump on here and do 10 videos a day on you and calling you a lot. I'm not gonna do that. I don't deal with things in my life like that. And I'm not gonna start now. Oh, absolutely, brown skin queen. We certainly do. Yeah. I mean, we've come on. Come on, y'all. Long before them weaves came out, we had hair and we still do. It's just unfortunate that so many people in our community will spot a woman with her real hair and they will make accusations that it's a weave. you know, and it is what it is. It's just pure ignorance. What else can you say? King Hebrew, we've always had hair. We've always had hair. Shoot, look at some of these little girls walking around with them ginormous afros on their head. Come on, we've always had hair. Well, yeah, you got to understand, y'all. Let's be real here. The reason why I'm not going after him, and I'm going to tell you why. When you go in the biblical text, we always had people that married foreign women. I mean, let's be real. Judah married a foreign woman. He also had a wife that was not Hebrew. And Judah is our forefather. Joseph, his brother, also had foreign women as wives. Moses had a foreign woman as a wife. So we can't act like this stuff never happened before. It has happened. It has happened thousands of years ago. And it's in the biblical text that they married women that were not Hebrew. Now, I can't be mad at my forefather Judah. He's still my forefather. It doesn't matter if I'm mad that he had a foreign wife. That's why y'all got to get off of that stuff. This is nothing new. And I want you to also think about this. Moses married an Egyptian woman. The Most High never mistreated him. He never mistreated Moses. Judah married a foreign woman. The Most High never mistreated Judah. He never told Judah that he couldn't be in the 12 tribes anymore or kicked him out. Because you know what? That judgment is on the Most High. The Most High will judge. That's not for us to judge. We can't let those things get to us. Remember, we are in a world that is filled with evil. So we're going to always see things that we probably in a normal situation, had we not lived in this Gentile world, we wouldn't see a lot of it. Thank you, Dame Trucker. We didn't see a lot of it, but it still happened. That's why I want you to think deep about what you're doing. You know, our forefathers did have foreign women. King Solomon, another one that had foreign women. Some of his wives were Edomites. So we can't let that kind of stuff get us upset. Our goal is to stay on the path with the Most High. Don't let that stuff get to you. It's not worth it. And the Most High would be pissed off at us for dividing over such a thing. He would be mad at us. Yes, absolutely. So, you know, we just let go of all that anger. Let go of it, because this is not of the Most High. And I think some of you have seen the light. And I'm glad. I'm glad, because it's too much of a distraction. And we should not be getting this heavily involved in Phil's relationship anyway. I don't want to be involved in that. I really don't. That's his business. And like I said, if the Most High will judge. Yes, he did, honey. Moses did marry an Egyptian woman. In fact, Miriam was upset about it. His sister Marion was upset about it. Do you remember the part of the Exodus where Marion became leprous? Stephen, do you remember that part in the Bible where Moses' sister Miriam became leprous? Okay, he did have an Egyptian wife. You know, maybe one day we'll go over the Exodus again. We went over it before, but maybe we can go over it again and touch on the hold on. Okay. Moses married Zipporah. Do you remember Zipporah? Go look up his wife, Zipporah. Zipporah was not Hebrew. Zipporah was not Hebrew. Hi, Lady of Soul. Okay. And Judah had a Canaanite wife, and her name was Shua. She was not Israelite. Shua was not Israelite, and that was Judah's wife. Okay. And then Joseph had two, I believe he had two Egyptian wives. And if you remember the story of Samson and Delilah, Delilah was a Philistine. You remember that? Delilah was not Hebrew, she was Philistine. Right, right. But that's, Samson really was in love with her, and she was a Philistine woman. She was not Hebrew. Yeah, the Philistines lived in that area. You know that, right? They lived right there around Ethiopia. Absolutely. Right. No, but you know what? But Solomon was married to some Edomites. And see, Solomon, the Most High, was really upset with Solomon because he started worshiping the gods of his foreign wives. That's what got Solomon put in a bad light with the Most High. If he would have stuck with the Most High, he would have been all right. Solomon messed up when he started to pray to false idols and false gods. That's what messed him up. But he had Edomite wives. Yes, Samson was from the tribe of Dan. I like that story. I know a lot of people think Samson was stupid, but Samson, actually, when Samson died, he was very favored by the Most High, believe it or not. I mean, yeah, he was stupid for messing with Delilah and all that, but when he died, he got right with the Most High. He really did. And the Most High um, still favored him. No, see, that's the thing with Judah. No, Judah never left the Most High, even though he had a wife that was not an Israelite. He never left the Most High. All of the men didn't do it. Moses didn't do it. Joseph didn't do it. Although they did, some of their wives were not Hebrew, but they still stuck with the Most High. The only one that screwed up and didn't do that was King Solomon. King Solomon just mucked it all up. And that's why he fell out of favor with the Most High. He messed up by is the moment he remember. You know what the first commandment is, right? And Solomon broke the first commandment. He broke the first commandment, so there was no turning back for him. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's one more story I want y'all to see. You'll get a kick out of this one. It is so funny. And it just go to show you how desperate the enemy really is. This woman, somebody sent this story to me, and I thought this was hilarious. University of Ohio. Now, this woman was claiming she was getting death threats, right? She was saying that she was getting death threats. So the police started to investigate. The dumbass was sending herself death threats. She had called the police and everything. I'm getting death threats. I'm getting death threats. And they started monitoring her and caught her big time, sending death threat messages to herself. I don't know, y'all. I guess it's that damn high IQ, huh? It's that damn high IQ. I mean, only they would do such a stupid thing. Yeah, it's attention. Come on, these women are attention whores. Okay. If you want to get them back badly, just ignore them. That will drive them up a wall. They are the biggest attention whores on the face of the earth. So this dumbass, called the police, probably cried and everything. Yeah, got it, getting death threats. Oh. And she sent the damn death threats to herself. Yeah, that's right, Vanessa. Needs attention. Yeah, high IQ my ass. Oh, I don't know what she texts, but she said she was getting hateful harassment messages, and they were derogatory, and it was referencing a member of the LGBT community, and they found out her ass sent the messages to herself. I mean, not even good at lying, y'all. Shalom, Mr. Lawrence. Yeah, not even good at lying. No, see, you know what? That's the kind of woman that can't even get a white man. Your average white man would never look at her. They don't want her. So on Monday, she was arrested. Listen, she was arrested on Monday, and the police, for sending herself the threat and making a false police report. And they said it's a first-degree misdemeanor. They'll just fine her. She'll just get a fine. It's 6 months in jail or a $1,000 fine. She'll get fined. They're not going to put her ugly ass in jail. This is their favorite pastime, calling the cops. Hi to everybody coming in the room. Yeah, she looked like Miss Piggy. Unbelievable. With all them damn zits on her face. Well, you know what? I agree with you, Sister Winfield. She should. But in this country, they won't do anything about these folks that are calling the cops for no reason. They won't do nothing about it. So the only thing we can do, I promise you, if we started making phone calls like that, then they'll jump up and put laws in place against it. As long as we're not the ones doing it, they don't care. They're going to let it go. Yeah. I thought she was a defensive lineman for Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. No, I didn't see that one, Brandy. I did see the one about, yeah, I did a story on the guy that was babysitting the two white kids. Yeah, a lot of people, Naso, a lot of people say that we should start calling the cops on them. I personally, I don't want nothing to do with no damn police. Not even a call on them. I don't want nothing to do with no damn police. But this just go to this just shows you how far they will go for attention. I heard about Nikki Haley resigning. I don't care. She was never somebody I was following anyway, but I did hear about it. But I'm not surprised. Trump can't keep people. It's like a revolving door. Yeah. Well, it is going to be a lot to come. It really is. I mean, I think just looking at this last storm, the Most High is definitely ramping it up on their behinds. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe part of her punishment is they'll make her run track or something, get all that fat off of her. Who knows? Yes, I am so through with Kanye. I was through with him a long time ago. But now he is up here calling Trump his daddy. Trump is like his daddy. I was like, "Oh my god, can every time Kanye comes forward, he just says something dumber than the last thing he said." But yeah, Trump is like his daddy. I mean, seriously, who the hell would want Trump as a daddy? Okay. Who the hell would want that? But I can't deal with Kanye. He is so gone, it's not even funny. There is no saving Kanye. He's not going to ever be right anyway. Now, not that he was had his head on right before, but now that he's with the Kardashian, you can forget it. He gonna be sounding like a white dude for the rest of his life now. he's he's with the Kardashians. Yeah, Jim Brown. And you know what, Craig J, that disappointed me because he was always talking for his people, and being down. But now I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at Jim Brown. Old age must have just turned him into a coon. And I'm sick and tired of looking at Kanye. It's almost like every picture you see of Kanye, he got that damn MAGA hat on. He act like that damn thing is glued to his head. Yeah. Yeah, he might have always been one, but I remember a point in time when he was talking, a little more pro-black. Well, I know, Katie. Unfortunately, many of them slept with Becky's back then. Believe it or not, there are far more than just Bill Cosby. Far more. I mean, come on. Kim Kardashian's fame is the sex tape she did with Ray J. Come on now. I tell you what, if Kim Kardashian is Kanye's handler, she's doing a bad job. That's all I can say. She's doing a horrible job. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. It made my stomach turn. I don't even know if I can do that story on Kanye. Thank you, DJ. I just can't bear I can't bear to listen to Kanye anymore. Yeah, yeah, you're right. The whole family are witches, aren't they? There are Armenians. Those were the gypsies back in the day, right? I believe so. Those Armenians, they were your gypsies. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's all the those Armenians, they were the gypsies. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. They know that these men are suckers. I mean, say so. They know the kind of black men the Kardashians go after. They know those men are suckers. They already know it right off the bat. Trust me, they don't go after any black man. It's one that they see gushing over them. That's the kind of black man they go after. Yeah, Quincy Jones. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I've ever seen Quincy Jones with a black woman. I mean, even when I was little, he had white women then. I never seen Quincy Jones with a black woman ever. That's why I'm saying a lot of those artists, they've been swirling decades ago. Well, Otera, they're all made of silicone. Yeah, they're all, you ever notice the closer they live around those Caucasus Mountains, the more caveman and cavewoman they look? At least I noticed that. It seems like those Russians, the closest the ones that live real close to those mountains, really do look like cave people. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, Sister Winfield. Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah, a big percentage of them actually are born with tails. I don't know if I ever told you this. When I used to work in corporate America, one of my, um, coworkers showed me hers. No, they really got them tails. She never had hers cut off. She had a little stubby tail. They don't all cut them off. Yeah, yeah. A lot of our men are like that. Unfortunately, the ones that want Asian women and white women, they're going to always want that. Remember, we're in the most corrupt world we could possibly be in. So you're going to see that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, that's why I don't get upset about it, because even if I get upset, it's not like swirling is going to stop because I'm upset about it. I just don't deal with that. That's not my lifestyle. So, hey, time to move on. Unfortunately, our women are going to be with Brad and our men are going to be with Becky. It's always been that way, and it's going to be that way until the day the Most High come and he gets us out of here. It's not going to change. That's why I don't even waste my time getting upset about that kind of stuff. It's not worth it. Well, well, see, Shari Chan, you know, that's really not up to us. But if you want to do those kind of things, just understand there's a judgment for that. Best thing to do is stay right with the Most High. Forget about the swirlers. I don't want to get graphic. I don't want to get graphic, but no, I don't worry about them because they're not part of my life. And I'm not going to get up every day making them part of my life. The hell with them. Let them go off, live their life with their Becky and Brad. Just move on. I don't have time to be sitting around shunning anybody. I got better things to do with my life. Emily A. Swirling is not going to no more genocide us today than it did in the past. We ain't going to all genocide. You know why? Because the majority of our people are not swirling. The majority are not. Those handful of people that are swirling, they're not going to wipe anything out. Most black men are with black women. That being the case, we ain't getting wiped out by a few swirlers. No way that's going to happen. What about them? What about natives and Hispanics? What about them? No, we're not going to get wiped out. I've heard that from many people. Oh, swirlers, we're going to genocide us. No, we're not. In order for that to happen, that would mean the majority of us would have to be swirling, and the majority of us are not swirling. Yeah, the natives with Asian DNA, and yeah, those are not our people. Yeah, if they're the Afro Latinos and the Afro Puerto Ricans, Afro Cubans, yes, but all those other people, no, they're not our people. Hi, Dale. you know what? That's on them. They're going down anyway. I mean, the Edomites are going down anyway. At this point, it don't matter whether they swirl or not. They are out of here. That's the way I see it. It doesn't matter what they do. They're out of here. There's a reason why the women are barren and the men are shooting blanks. Enough said. They are out of here. It really doesn't matter what they do in these last days. They're not going to do anything that's going to save themselves at this point. It doesn't matter. They're not going to benefit, whether they swirl or not. They're still going to have low birth rate. That's not going to eliminate their low birth rate. So they can do whatever they want. You want to hear something funny? When Roots came on, the next day when I went to school, I wouldn't talk to white people. I was so pissed off at watching that movie. The next day, it took me a while. I came back around, but the next day, I kid y'all not, the next day after I watched that movie, I couldn't talk to white people. I couldn't do it, y'all. That next day when I went to school, I was like, oh, hell no. Don't you come up to me and say shit. don't talk to me. Shoot, I was ready to separate right then and there. Mississippi Burning, Craig J. Yeah, yeah. Y'all were beating up people. Woo! Oh man, y'all were beating people up in school. uh, I didn't beat nobody up, but I did not want them talking to me. I was so furious when I watched that movie. It made me mad as hell. Yeah, Mr. Lawrence, come on. It doesn't matter who Edom is with at this point. They got low birth rate. That's not going to change if they swirl. It's not going to change if they don't swirl. Their situation doesn't change either way. She was mad at Alex Haley. I wasn't mad at Alex Haley. I was just mad at, a lot of the things that our people had to go through. I was pissed off. I mean, they go overboard trying to be nasty and evil. That's what I hate. Yeah, Kanye went to the White House and met with Trump. And then when he left, he said Trump is like his daddy. I'm like, damn, Kanye. Always got to get on the world stage and say something stupid. Y'all were fighting during the week of Roots, huh? Now I didn't fight, but I didn't talk to her. It took me probably a good week to get past my anger. But when man, I was furious. I didn't want to see no white person. Oh God, I can't. I can't. Yeah, so many people were. I think they had to go into hiding when that came on. When Roots came on, they had to go into hiding. Yeah, well, Kanye must still be on opioids the way he's running around here sounding. Well, I tell you what, Janice, Kanye got a plate full of butter biscuits today. Oh yeah, Otera, I used to work with a white woman and she had 5 abortions. And she sat and told me like it was nothing. I will never forget that. She had 5 abortions. 5. That's ridiculous. When she's ready to have a baby, probably won't be able to have one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with Kanye. I'm serious. I'm so through with him. Yeah, I don't know, but I just thought that was outrageous. I mean, we were all, oh my God, we were all still really young. I don't even think she was in her mid-20s and she had all of those damn abortions. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Katie. I think was it Bob Marley's father was some kind of damn overseer of our people? Like an Irish cop, that kind of bullshit. I don't even have any Kanye music. If I do hear Kanye, it's going to have to be for free. I'm sure not going to pay for it. No, I guess they just didn't want to use condoms. They prefer to go through the hassle of getting an abortion. Yeah, yeah, Bob Marley. I think most of his sons, KD, are married to white women. I do. I think most of his sons all have white wives. Yeah, British. Yeah, Bob Marley did put a lot of the biblical words and scripture in his music. Yes, he did. No, they're not together anymore. In fact, Lauren Hill and they broke up, and he's with a white woman now. Now I don't know about Ziggy Marley, but I know his other sons. They got white wives. Well, see, I don't like any of that stuff, Mr. Lawrence, because when they came out with that stuff with abortions, they really had us in mind for all those abortions. Remember, Margaret Sanger wanted birth control for us. Remember, we grow like weeds, we multiply like weeds. That's why I know we're not 12, 13% of the population. How can we, in one instance, we mate and grow like weeds, and then in another instance, we're just 13% of the population? They have contradicted themselves so many times all through the history. It's not even funny. Lenny Kravitz is biracial. His mother was on the Jefferson. She was the one that played Helen, and the father was a Jew, a fake Jew. But yeah, Lenny Kravitz is biracial. Yes, Roxy Roker. That was her real name. She was actually from the islands. That's right. Beautiful sis. We baby kids, right? We don't die, we multiply. We baby kids. Yeah, that was the thing back then, baby kids. Yeah, the Most High never wanted us to mix with others. He never wanted that for us. You know, he did not he did not want that, but some of the men went astray, and you know, it's just the way it is. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz has a white father. He looks black because you know our genes dominate. We dominate everything, so that's the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, she died of cancer. I think, didn't she have breast cancer? I think she died of breast cancer. Roxy Roker. Shoot, that whole cast is gone. I think the only ones living is the one that played Jenny on the Jeffersons and Florence. The rest of the cast members, they're all gone. They're all dead. Well, we had coons too. There's coons in the Bible too. So we always had them coons around us, y'all. Should have kicked their asses, but we didn't. Now, see, if y'all want to be mad at something, be mad at them damn coons. Those are the ones that will sell you out big time. Oh, Mr. Bentley is still alive. Okay, I haven't seen him in a long time. He must be over the hill, old as hell. I ain't seen him in a long time. Shoot, Diana Ross. I think Barry Gordy probably was the last black man Diana Ross was with, because I think all of her husbands were white, and it's a damn shame when she what what show was she on? What award show was she on where she was singing and she had her grandkids on the stage, and out of all her grandkids, only one was black. Only one grandchild was black. Only one. No, no, we're not. We're definitely not supposed to mix with other races. This is why he said, "Be ye separate. Be ye separate." You know, we're not supposed to. There's a lot of things that we have to consider. A lot of our women in the South were raped, and they had biracial kids, not by choice, but they had biracial kids. So, I mean, the circumstances are not all the same in why biracial kids are here. Some of them, back in the day, many of them got here through rape. But many of the ones you see today did not get here by rape, unfortunately. They got here because they had two willing parents that got them here. But back in the day, we can't lose sight that many of our women were raped. And they did have those babies and raise those babies too. It's very common, especially among elderly people in the South, for you to see their firstborn was biracial and then all the rest of their children are black. That's a very common thing, especially among the elderly people, because many of those women were raped. So we can't always be mad at our people for having biracial kids. Sometimes the circumstances are different. Yeah, Cameron, a lot of people believe that. You're right. Yes. But one thing, whether they have children with the black female or the black male, our genes still dominate. And you can sure see it in those biracial children. I mean, when you look at them, you can see who's dominating. And it sure is not, it's not the white men and women. It is not them. It's not them. Oh, Mr. Bentley is dead. I thought he was dead too. I thought he was dead too. I know most of the cast is dead. Yeah, well, Diana Ross, like I said, Barry Gordy was probably the last black man she was with because she hasn't been with another black man since. Every man I seen her with is white. Look, Diana Ross even dated Gene Simmons, and you see what a slime bucket he is. Well, patience is a virtue. Let's just put it this way, I'm not willing to claim them. I'm not willing to claim them. I know I hear a lot of black people, they came from us. They came from us. I ain't claiming them. y'all go right ahead. I'm not claiming them. Yeah, we do get the chromosomes from the mother. And remember, in the womb, everybody starts out female. In the very beginning, everybody's female. Yeah, well, El DeBarge's father is the reason why that family is so messed up. They said he was extremely abusive. That white man that was his father, that's why all them kids are on drugs and all messed up because they said he was just abusive with everybody, the mother, the kids. He just beat up on everybody. He was very violent. So when you understand that, you can kind of understand why El DeBarge and the family, they're all screwed up on drugs and all messed up and everything. Yeah, yeah, their father was El DeBarge actually spoke about it before. He literally beat up on everybody, the mother, the kids, everybody. He was just very brutal with the family. Yeah, he beat and raped the kids. Can you believe that? That's why they're messed up. You know, in the beginning I couldn't understand why El DeBarge kept staying on drugs and falling off the wagon and having all these problems, but that's why. The father was a complete nut. But yeah, he beat and raped his own kids. That's why they're all screwed up. You saw Bonnie and all of the brothers. They were, in fact, I think one brother OD'd and died. I think Bobby DeBarge, he overdosed on drugs and died. Yeah, yeah, it's really sad. You know, they really had a rough life. I think music for them was an escape from, you know, the kind of life they were living. They got to escape through their music. Yeah, James DeBarge was the one that married Janet. You have to wonder, it's a lot of the DeBarge. I think there's a lot of them. You know, if he was really that bad and abusive, I just don't understand why the mother kept having all them damn babies with him. You know, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes that's what happens, awakened woman. Sometimes when the boys, especially when they grow up, they don't take that abuse. I've even heard about that even in black families, where if a black father was really abusive, when those sons grow up, they don't take that mess no more. They actually will stand up and fight at that point in time. You know, in fact, I knew a few people that actually had to do that. They had to stand up and fight their fathers because they weren't going to take the abuse and they weren't going to stand for him abusing their mother anymore. In fact, I knew a family when I lived in Philly that did that. Father was real abusive, beating on everybody, and the sons finally grew up. And what they did was they actually moved out of the house and took everything. And when he came home, he was shocked. Everybody was gone. But before they left, the sons actually jumped him. They jumped him and beat the hell out of him because he was getting ready to beat the mother up once more. And they, by then, they were up in age and they were big enough to fight him. And they did. They fought his ass. I mean, they fought his ass. And that's one thing about the sons. The daughters, no, well, you can kind of understand, but those sons, when they get older, they don't take that mess no more. You might have got some licks in on them when they were little. When they get grown, when those black men get grown, they ain't taking that shit. They don't care if that's their father. They're not taking that shit. And a lot of times, when they're in those abusive homes, when the boys, when they become teenagers, that's when they really start digging in for the fight, especially if the father is abusive. Yes, I did. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, like I said, usually black males at some point in time, no matter if the father's terrible, those black men, once they get up in age, they start fighting back. Yeah, usually the brothers will. Well, a lot of people, I think, I think back in the day, a lot of women just wanted to keep their families together. So they put up with a lot of them ass beatings, which I don't think they should have. But, I think they felt like, well, I got to keep my family together. But now, mm-mm, no, because those family fights like that, they can become deadly. And we've seen that before. Yeah, Bobby's been dead a long time. You're right. I remember when he overdosed. It was, oh my God, it was a long time ago. But I will never forget. Um, I think before Whitney died, she and El DeBarge had a long conversation about drugs, how they've been struggling to get off of drugs. And I remember he broke down and started crying when he spoke to her, and she was telling him to be strong. And it was really sad to see those two talk because they both know they had a drug problem. I don't know. I don't think I could be in a house and watch my son get beaten and molested by No, I couldn't do it. At some point in time, I'm gonna pick up a baseball bat or something. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. I'm gonna pick up a damn baseball bat, knife, whatever's at my disposal. I can't do it. I just don't have it in me. I know that's right, patience. I know that's right. Yeah, well, see, women today are a lot different. A lot of these, especially these young women, they ain't taking that crap. That man's going to either end up dead or she's leaving. Yeah, she really got beaten up by the drugs. Bonnie DeBarge, yeah. I saw her. She didn't look so good. Well, she did admit that's why she stopped singing. She got so strung out on drugs. That's why she pretty much got out of the industry. Yeah, I had a cousin that died from AIDS. And I was kind of mad at my aunt because when he died, that was when she finally told the family. And I just thought that was wrong. She should have told us before he was gone. But I don't know if she was ashamed or what, but she didn't tell us until he was gone. Yeah, I remember that too. He had a nice voice. I mean, he could sing, but that whole family was just so screwed up on drugs. I'm surprised they lasted in the industry as long as they did. Yeah. Well, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. We're going to definitely do hangouts again. I might actually do another one tomorrow cuz I have to do my weekly commentary. So I might do that on live stream tomorrow. And I could probably hold out until tomorrow night. That way, a lot of people can come and be on the live stream with me. Oh no, 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 no. You don't we are daughters of Zion. We don't take beatings from no man. Okay? We don't take those beatings. Yeah, it's always fun to do a hangout. But yeah, we'll come together maybe tomorrow. And of course, we'll finish out well, we might not finish, but we'll get back into the book of Jasher and just take it from there. I got so many things I want to go over with y'all because I definitely want to. Another one I want to do is the Book of Jubilees. And somebody requested the Book of Enoch, and we can do all three books. We can do Enoch, second Enoch, and third Enoch. We can do all of them. That's really good because a lot of people just listen to the first book of Enoch and you don't listen to the other ones. And actually, do y'all know there Enoch wrote a lot of books? He wrote a lot of books actually. So it's either in the Vatican where they're hiding our stuff out or it got burnt. But Enoch wrote a lot of books. But we'll get back. We'll get into that. But you all have a nice evening. Enjoy your night. Yeah, so do I, Mimi Doll. You know, that's where I hope we can put our differences aside and get back on track with the scriptures. You know, that's what we need to do. That's more important than all this other superficial stuff that's going on. It really is. All right, y'all. Enjoy your evening. Shalom.